Namaste yogis, welcome back to the Yoga Pantry with me Tash. Today I want to take you through a breathing technique that I learned from Dr Sue Morter called central channel breathing. It uses a lot of yogic techniques, so we've got a few bandhas, a few locks in our body that we're going to use, and it's also going to be very much based around the chakras, energy points in our body as well. It can be a little tricky to get the hang of because you want to master the internal body locks first in order to really enjoy it. However, the effects of this breathing practice are deeply profound and very useful for all kinds of situations in your life, as well as just a daily energy boost. So if you'd like to know more about the energy channels and this breathing practice in particular, you can look up her book called The Energy Codes. It's just released. It's fascinating and it's full of yogic goodness and yumminess. So we're going to start off first by trying to find our root lock, our Mula Bandha. So Muladhara is the root chakra. I am conveniently dressed in red today because that is the color of our root chakra, and our Mula Bandha is used a lot in a lot of our yogic practices to keep the energy in the body. It's a tricky one to find. So first of all, we're going to just squeeze the genital muscles. So Vajroli Mudra, that's the genitals that we squeeze up. Pretty sure it's Vajroli. I usually get it mixed up with the anal ones as well, which we're going to do in a moment, and then let that go. And if you find it hard sitting like this and trying to connect in to the internal body locks, coming into Vajrasana actually helps you find it a lot easier. So let me move back a little bit more so that you can see the top of my head and frame. And if sitting like this is challenging, do it in a chair or try it standing up. So let's do it again. Squeeze up your genitals and see how that feels. See if you can isolate that, just the genitals. It's okay if you can't. You'll figure out what I'm talking about very soon. Relax that out. Now see if you can squeeze your anal muscles. So your anal sphincter, squeeze that in. They can be pretty tricky to isolate. Okay, relax that. Now see if you can just squeeze that whole lower part. Draw it all up. And think about drawing it up and in. Up and in, up and in. Now, little side note, if you do suffer from tight pelvic floor, you don't really want to practice this until you've got that stuff sorted out, because if you're doing it incorrectly, you're going to tighten up your pelvic floor even more. So let's release that out. Now, see if you can isolate again, genital, anal, that's the Ashwini Mudra, release, or Ashwini Bandha, Ashwini Mudra, Ashwini Bandha, same. And then we want to go between the genitals and the anal organs and come into the center, the perineum. That's the Mula Bandha, the perineum, not sure how it's pronounced, but that's the part. It's like a tissue box, and you draw the tissue out through the center. So we're drawing the energy, the Kundalini energy, up through the center of our body. And think of it as drawing it up and in. If you find it tricky, then come up a little higher and see if you can get it there. Sometimes our posture does help a lot for us to figure out. Now your glute's going to want to tighten up. You want to relax that out and then suck it up and in through the center. It's almost like your perineum is sucking some liquid through a straw. If you can imagine that. If you're a visual person, that might help. And then relax. So this will take a while to practice, so don't get frustrated if you're not doing it straight away. Just squeeze it all up straight away, and eventually you'll start to find the subtle connections in your body, and you'll start to find that the subtle differences between the muscles at the base of your body there. So let's try again. Squeeze it up and in. Now, squeezing it up and in, trying to still breathe with a nice gentle abdominal breath. That's even trickier. So drawing it up and breathing through the belly. Now, here's the trick. So relax for a moment. Inhaling can be hard to start off with because you're trying to draw that energy up, draw that Mula Bandha, that root lock up. But you're inhaling and it's tricky because you're trying to fill the belly as you draw it up. So don't worry about that so much. As you exhale, feel how the belly comes in and the energy draws up automatically. That's going to give you a bit of a feeling of it. So let's try and draw it up. Deep breath in. Keep drawing it up. Might not feel it, that's okay. Exhale and draw it up. Now keep that sense of drawing it up. Inhale. See if you can keep it in and exhale. Draw it up. Inhale. Keep it up and in and exhale. Draw it up and relax. It's hard work, right? So it doesn't matter if you're not quite getting it. Get it in the mind. If you can convince your mind that it's happening, the body will follow suit. Our mind is our most powerful tool. So convince the mind that you're drawing it up. You're sucking up through that straw or drawing that tissue up through the base of your body while you can still breathe. So we don't want to be like this. Relax all of that out. So let's try it again. Draw it up. And exhale. As you exhale, we're going to get trickier now. As you exhale, you feel everything breathe in. See if you can imagine sending the energy into the earth. So, inhale. Draw it up. Exhale. Draw it up. Okay, don't worry about the whole energy into the earth for now. That's just in the back of your mind. Let's give that a rest for now because it might be getting frustrating. Let's move to our heart space. So, can you kind of constrict into the heart a little bit? So we're finding a little lock in the Anahata, the heart chakra, heart energy. It's like my favorite chakra. So see if you can just squeeze it in. And for me, I imagine just sort of drawing my whole body around my heart space. So not my physical heart, but my heart center where this beautiful light of love and gratitude and compassion resides. And I just kind of hug it into there. It's like giving it a nice little cuddle from all sides. Nice little cuddle in. It's like we're all expanded, energy's all out here, blah, and then we bring it into center. We hug it into our heart. Can you feel that? Just imagine that. Imagine on all sides, just coming in to envelop this beautiful ball of light. Now you want to keep that sense there, that hug. And breathe to expand into your belly while hugging in the chest. And exhale. Bring it in. Let's practice that for a few breaths. Keep it hugged in the whole time. I find this much easier than the Mula Bandha. How's that? Relax. Notice when you relax, it's just like, whoo, comes out. So, the third one is our throat lock. We're not going to do a full-on Jalandhara Bandha, where we drop our chin down. We're actually just going to use a very gentle throat lock by using our Ujjayi breath. Yay, we all know Ujjayi breath. If you don't, check that out up there. And I'll just tell you about it right now. It's super easy. We're just going to constrict the back of the throat ever so slightly so you feel the breath coming in and out and you hear the breath. It's like trying to fog a mirror to give it a good clean. And when you get it moving in and out through the nose, it starts to sound and feel like the waves of the ocean. So it is also called ocean breathing. Ujjayi means victorious, victorious breath. How wonderful is that? So just gently constricting the back of the throat, in and out through the nose. You can start through the mouth first and then close it down if you want to. But this is a pretty easy one. Doesn't have to be super loud. Just loud enough for maybe your closest neighbor to hear you. You don't have to send it across the room. That's going to do your throat a disservice. So just keep it nice and gentle. You hear it, you feel it, both in and out through the nose, our natural filtration system. Got it? That one's easy, right? Well, hopefully you've been practicing your Ujjayi breath with me in some of our asana classes. Now we're going to move from our throat, which is the Vishuddhi chakra. That's communication, it's expressing our creativity, it's expressing our truth, and it is speaking from a place of wisdom and authority. Now we're going to move to our Agya chakra, our forehead, and this is one that is pretty much completely imagined as you try and constrict the energy into the forehead. So it's another one of those hug it in, hug it in, hug it in, so that you're giving your third eye a lovely little cuddle. Try not to like squeeze the face and frown, but draw it in through the center of the head, from the back to the front, to the sides, right into the center there. So all of your focus is there. Because I find this the hardest one to really feel that, the lock, the bandha, when I'm putting them all together, this is the one that I focus on the most. So just use it in your imagination. Hug it in. Hug it in without scrunching your face. Aha! Makes you happy, right? Makes me happy. So, you can practice those individually to really get a feel of them, but we're going to try and put them all together. So see if you can draw up Mula Bandha, Baba, there it is, heart, hug it in, Ujjayi breath. Got those three going, right? Ujjayi, Mula Bandha, heart. And now bring your focus to the mind as you do that and constrict Agya chakra. Whew. Try not to like tighten your whole body up. We're just connecting into our internal energy systems. So now the breath pattern. I know this is like the longest breathing practice ever. Once you've got it, it's super quick, super easy. Once you've got it, takes a bit of practice. So we're going to imagine that we're drawing the breath down on our first inhale into that heart space that we've got nicely held in and hugged in, cuddled. And then as we exhale, we send it out through the root channel down into the earth, anchoring it to Mother Earth. As we breathe in, we suck it back up again to the heart and exit as we exhale up through the crown. So there it is, down to the heart, down to the earth, up to the heart, up to the heavens, down to the heart, down to the earth, up to the heart, up to the heavens. So let's give it a go. You can practice that first without all the locks if that's really hard and distracting, or you can just go for it. Try and connect, 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 connect. The Ujjayi breath, bring that in straight away, and that'll help you really focus and bring your awareness into that central channel breathing. That's why it's called central channel. So here we go. Ujjayi. Start to constrict through the heart, the root, the third eye. Just normal breathing to start off with. Finding those locks there. Remember, as you exhale, draw up that Mula Bandha. And when you feel like you've got a hang of that, then let's do the breath. Inhaling it down to the heart. Exhaling it out to the ground. Inhaling it up, draw that tissue up to the heart. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And I said one more, but let's do it again. Inhale to the heart. Exhale to the earth. Let's let that rise up again. Inhale to the heart. Exhale. all the way out. So that is our central channel breath. Practice that. It takes time, but give it, give it all you've got and work slowly. You can use your Ujjayi breath through the whole thing and just work Mula Bandha. Use your Ujjayi breath, just work Anahata Chakra. Use your Ujjayi breath and work the Agya Chakra. Find those locks in the body and then start to maybe do 2 or 3 or all of them. Noisy children behind, so that's obviously a cue that my time with you is done for today, and I will see you next time. Leave comments below and let me know how you go with that. And like I said, check out Energy Codes by Dr. Sue Morter. I don't get anything for saying that. I just think it's a lovely breath, and I really enjoy the book because it's got so much yogic wisdom in it, and I love me some good yogic wisdom. Namaste.